Hey, what if I told you that with just 1 hour of setup total, you could have your entire $5,000 to $10,000 per month 9x12 postcard business automated for you with AI? Just 1 hour of setup. How would it make you feel waking up knowing that your business is running for you on autopilot? It's handling your prospecting, it's sending your emails, it's doing your email follow-ups, it's doing all the work that you don't want to do every day. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what I just set up with ChatGPT, and I'm about to show you step by step exactly how to set it up yourself within an hour. No catch, no gimmicks, you don't have to pay me. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, okay? And guys, if you could just take a second at any point in this video where I give you a solid nugget, just hit the like button. It actually goes a very long way. And as a thank you, here's a picture of a watermelon. Now let's get to the video. So if you're new here, my name's Mitchell. I run the 9x12 Postcard Method. And the 9x12 method is a system that allows you to bring businesses together on one large postcard, and they pay you to join that postcard, and you make a profit. They go out to 5,000 doors, so they get cheaper advertising, and everybody wins together. It's a community card, and it's a great side hustle. It could even grow to potentially a six-figure business if you really focus on it. It's a great way to make $4,000 or $5,000 in profit in your first month, like a lot of our members and followers do already. Or one day you could even scale to doing multiple cards in multiple towns and making $10,000, even $15,000 in a single month. It's an action-oriented business, and however much action you take is the result you get, and that's up to you, and that's why I love this business. And if you haven't already learned about the full 9x12 method system, I made a video, it's like an hour long, that brings you step by step through the entire business model. It's very simple, and I teach you step by step exactly what to do to make $5,000 in your first month by selling out one of these postcards in your town. So if you want to watch that video, the link is right up here in the top right. But for those of you who already know how the 9x12 method works, let's jump into how to automate your business so it runs for you. Okay, so as many of you already know, collecting emails online and sending emails and prospecting is the #1 time suck in this 9x12 method business, right? That's where you're spending the vast majority of your time doing. And I've created a bot that actually does exactly that for you. Well, it's just a prompt, and I'm gonna give you the prompt that you're going to write to ChatGPT, and it'll actually do that for you. So here's the steps. First, ChatGPT is going to search the web, collect tons of contact information for the specific industry that you searched, okay? That's step 1. Step 2, it's going to take all of that information and it's going to put it in a spreadsheet for you. Oh, by the way, it's not just getting their contact information, it's actually doing some deep research on the person, on the business owner, learning a little bit about them, what they've done in the community, looking at their social media, things like that. Anything that's publicly available, it's collecting that information. So then when it comes to step 3, it can be much more specific. So like I said, step 2, it puts it all into a spreadsheet to organize it. Step 3, it'll actually it'll draft your first cold email to prospects, to these specific prospects. So it's going to draft that cold email based on the personalization that it found, based on the specific details of their life. It's going to draft something very specific to that person, so they're way more likely to respond to it. It's gonna be like, hey Bill, I love what you did, that foundation you started, you collected a bunch of money for that baseball field, whatever, okay? It's gonna draft a custom cold email for that prospect and the list of other prospects that it collected, right? But not only that, it's also gonna draft 3 follow-up emails, or however many you tell it to. Is gonna draft follow-up emails that are also specific to those prospects. And that's step 3. And then step 4 is my favorite part. It'll actually send the emails for you. You can, after approval, you can actually have it send all the emails for you through the entire list, the custom emails that it wrote specific to each prospect. And step number 5, you can set a timer, so it will do it daily, weekly, however often you want them to send that next follow-up email. You can set it to be automated to automatically follow up with the prospect if they haven't responded to you yet. So if they didn't respond to your first cold email, it'll send the second cold email, let's say the next day. It'll send the next follow-up email the next day, and then the next follow-up email, blah, blah, blah. And you can customize it how you want, all right? So let's dive into ChatGPT, and I'll show you a little bit of the prompt and how to set things up. Okay, so the first step's gonna be going to chatgpt.com, and setting up an account. It's full transparency, you're gonna have to get a Plus account, which is $20 per month on ChatGPT. That'll give you the access to the agent features that allows it to search the web and then actually do multiple tasks at the same time and do this automation for you. But when you think about it, $20 to make potentially $5,000 in your first month in an automated process, Sounds worth it, doesn't it? So you can decide at the end of this if you want to get the account. I don't make money either way if you guys decide to do this. I'm just trying to provide value. But yeah, this is how I'm starting to automate my business. So it's going to be $20 a month. And once you have that set up, you should probably watch this video, even if you don't want to pay the $20 a month, just to make sure you don't change your mind. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click agent mode once you have plus, and then you're gonna go here to connectors. These are the apps that it can actually connect with and access, okay? So you're gonna want to make sure Gmail, Google Drive, and web search are all flicked on, okay? And if you don't see these yet, just go to connect more and you'll see them down here, okay? I already have them connected, but you'll see them down here. All you do is click on the icon. It'll have you quickly sign into Gmail, quickly sign into Google Drive. It's very simple. Make sure you sign into the Gmail that you want to actually be sending these prospecting emails from, okay? So make sure your email addresses are already set up before you set this up, okay? So once you have those connected and they're switched on, we're going to paste in the prompt, okay? And it's very long. There's a lot to it that I'm not really going to even explain, like compliance, all sorts of stuff like that. It's very long. I'm scrolling through it right now. You can pause and copy it, or if you just comment prompt down below, I'll send you the prompt, okay? I'll just send it right over to you and you can copy and paste it in yourself, customize it however you want. Because right now, for the example, we're gonna do realtors in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So that's what we're gonna test this automation on, and I'll just walk you through the process. But again, if you want the prompt, just comment prompt down below. And make sure you like the video while you're at it. That would be much appreciated. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty quick video because it's pretty simple. Once you paste in the prompt, we're gonna press the start button. Okay, so it just followed up with me, and it's just basically confirming that this is exactly what I want, and I'm gonna say yes, continue, because I know it understands my prompt. So we're basically having a conversation right now, and then eventually it's gonna open up its own desktop, and you'll be able to see exactly what it's doing on its screen. And here we can see it's actually starting to open things up. It wants to open up Google and things like that. So at first it's gonna look like a bunch of heebie-jeebie stuff. Just give it a second. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Like I said, this could take up to an hour to set up, but then it's automated. Then it's just working. It's working around the clock, okay? And in the prompt, I said collect 5 agents' details, collect 5 realtors' details, but you can do this with way more. You could ask for way more and it'll automate way more. It'll send way more emails, but I'm just doing 5 just to keep things quick because it's pretty late at night and I want to go to sleep. And so as you can see, it's literally, we can see on the screen here that it's actually trying to open up my Gmail, which I gave it access to. So we'll see if it's able to do that. And then sometimes it asks you to take over. Like right now it wants to sign into my email address, but it's not gonna do that itself because it doesn't know my password. So it actually asks me to take over. So I'll click take over and I'm just gonna sign in just as if I'm on my own desktop. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so now we can see it's literally creating a Google Sheet right in front of our eyes on my Google account, and it's gonna start putting in the columns and doing the proper stuff, actually building out the Google Sheet. And then after that, it's probably going to start researching. Maybe it already did research, I'm not sure, but it's gonna start researching, start stalking people, collecting their information, dumping it into that spreadsheet, and then comes prospecting, which it's gonna do for us as well. So I mean, there's really not much to do for us other than just take the back seat, and whenever it has a question for us, we just answer it. So we just kind of sit here for a little bit and let it set itself up. It's pretty great. And I mean, you could do this from your yacht. You could do this from your couch. You can do it from your mother's basement. You can do it from, you know, a lily pad on a pond, wherever you want. That's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of this business, because the beauty of this business is we can make sales over email, over the phone, so we can work from anywhere that we want. And we don't need to be smart. We don't need crazy skills. We can be stupid like me, and we can still get it done. So we're just talking to humans. I'll get back to you once there's something more interesting going on. But as you can see, it's just building out that spreadsheet. So now it was actually just searching in Google for different realtors in the city we're targeting, and now it's actually pasting all their information into the spreadsheet. So it's pretty cool. You get to watch everything happen in real time. So if you see it doing something wrong, you can always correct it by just clicking follow up, and you can type in your instructions right there. Okay, so in order to speed things up a little bit, I actually went ahead and told it to make it into a CSV file instead of actually manually putting it into the Google Sheet, because sometimes it's not the best at like clicking around, especially in a Google Sheet, trying to like click each cell and paste, click, paste. It's not the best at that, but it already has all the information. So if you just tell it to put it in a CSV file, it'll be much better at that. So let's just check what it gave us real quick. And then we can just import that CSV file into the Google Sheet it was working on. So yeah, looks like we got it all filled out with all this information. We got our 5 realtors that it researched. It seems like they're all part of the same brokerage, but that works. Okay, so then we're gonna go to the Google Sheet and we're just gonna import it. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Okay, so once we've downloaded the CSV, it's really easy to import it into the Google Sheet. We're just going to go to File, Import, Upload, and then we're gonna grab that CSV file, drag it in, and then make sure you do replace spreadsheet, okay? And this is fine. And then import data. And so now we have the actual spreadsheet. Sometimes it gives you an extra row. Just delete that row so that it's clean. And we have the header row. We have all their information. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna obviously, now that we can actually see what the spreadsheet looks like, it's going to update itself. The agent is going to update these things as it goes. So it'll actually, it says it's a new lead right now because it hasn't contacted them, but eventually once they send that first email, it's going to say last contacted on August 24th, and then the next follow-up it's going to say is August 25th if you have it set up to follow up after 1 day. It'll also say if they replied, blah blah blah, because the agent can actually look at that. So it's going to check that daily once we set up the task to do that, which we already did with the prompt, but you'll see. Okay, let's move on. Now, when you talk to ChatGPT, you want to be really specific. So now that I just put the CSV and I put all the data into the spreadsheet, I want to tell it that. I want to let it know so that it can move on. So I said, I imported it into the same Google Sheet, and I gave it the name again so it knows exactly where to look in my Google Drive, and everything is already populated in, so you can move on. So now we're going to send that off, and it's going to continue on, and now it's going to draft the emails. Okay, so now it's asking me to confirm my business name, my physical mailing address for the business, and also the Gmail account I want it to send from. So if it asks you for your business name and physical mailing address, the physical mailing address is for compliance reasons. Typically with cold email, you're typically required to put a physical mailing address for your business. What you do is up to you. I recommend you do your own research, do your own due diligence. But yeah, so that's for compliance, and that's in the prompt that I'm gonna send to you if you comment prompt down below. I tell it to ask us that, just that way it'll put that in the emails. So I'm just gonna give it all that information. My business name is Our Local Spotlight. And if you haven't already, go check out www.ourlocalspotlight.com and become a partner today. That way you can actually claim your location forever. Okay, then we're gonna send it in. And now it's gonna start drafting the emails. It's gonna start drafting them, then it's going to ask for my approval, and it'll also initiate the automation for it to actually do the follow-ups on the following days like we told it to. Okay, so the emails are drafted. You can see that each specific email it's sending out to each specific realtor. I saw you're a leadership Tuscaloosa grad and active with United Way's Young Leaders. Obviously that's custom to her, and that's gonna stand out to her when she sees that in an email. We obviously did research about her. Like, of course she's gonna go out of her way to respond to this email because it's not just a typical cold email that's copy and pasted. And that's the beauty of this. Not only is it automated, but it's automated and personal. It's the kind of personal stuff that we would never be able to do on our own. We would have to spend like an hour per person to get this kind of information out, just to research this type of information, and it does it automatically for us. It's beautiful. So it's actually asking for my approval, and once I say approved, it's just gonna start sending off the emails. So I'm gonna say approved. Boom. It's gonna start sending some emails now. Okay, so it literally already sent an email. You can see it's working. It's about to compose another one. It already sent that email to Anna. And sometimes, you know, it gets there. It's working through its own little misclicks and stuff, but it sends the emails on its own. I could walk away. I could go swim in the pool. I can go jump in the ocean. I can go surf. I could close my computer. I can do whatever. And it's going to be sending emails, cold emails. Wow, I could go to sleep right now. You know what? I think I'm going to go to sleep in a few minutes after this video. And remember, I'm doing this for you guys, so please just go out of your way to like the video. That's all I ask. I would really appreciate it. And if you want the prompt for free, no strings attached, just comment prompt and I'll send it to you, okay? Okay, so the agent's done. I'm now in my sent emails on my email account, and you can see 9:27, 9:28, 9:29, 9:30, and 9:31 p.m. These have all sent. Yes, I've got an early bedtime, I get it. But yeah, these are all sent, the 5 emails that we collected. Obviously, you can do way more than this and you can walk away from your computer. I just did 5 because I have to sit at my computer to show you guys this, so I had to sit here the whole time. So it's not quite as automated when you have to sit here the whole time, but you guys can walk away. You can make it do as many as you want. I've done 20, it does well with 20. Do whatever you, experiment, see how far you can stretch it. But as you can see, here we go, and it built the signature, and you guys can obviously customize the prompt to make it do whatever you want it to do, but this is what it built for us, and it sent all these emails. And then also on the spreadsheet, which is very important, it updated the spreadsheet. It says the status was sent, it says when they were last contacted, when the next follow-up will be, because the agent will be looking at these things tomorrow, because the agent is also automated to send the follow-up emails tomorrow. So it's gonna look at this and see, oh, it's time to send another email, and then it knows to send another email, then it'll update it again, blah, 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 so on, because it's already crafted follow-up emails for these people as well, not just the one cold email. It crafted custom follow-up emails. I think in my prompt I had 3 follow-up emails that it crafted on top of the one cold email, which is pretty insane. So there's so much you can do with this. Obviously, this is just the start, and if you want the prompt, comment prompt down below. I'll send it to you. No cost other than a like on the video. So now let's make sure we can get the actual final automation set up so that it's gonna do this on repeat and actually follow up with these people until they respond, okay? So let's get that set up. Okay, so I just told it, continue setting up the automation for the follow-up. Make sure that you log on and follow up every day with the follow-up emails that you created. And then, so it responded with this, and then you wanna go to schedule to make sure, because sometimes, like, yeah, right here, it says, it sets it at monthly. You want to make sure it's on daily so it understands the instructions to follow up daily at the time you specify. So we'll go 11:30 a.m. daily. It's going to schedule this to run every single day. The agent's going to turn his or her brain on and get to work, go log in and do its work for you. So you're just going to press save there. And now we've got the outreach loop set up, and it's actually going to update our spreadsheet every day. It should email everybody every day with their specific personal follow-up emails that were already created. This is automation at its finest right here. This is how you automate your business. Go sip pina coladas on the boat, or just, you know, make money in your sleep. But yeah, again, like the video, and if you want the prompt, just comment prompt down below right now. I'll send it right over to you. And I hope this was helpful for you guys, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.